Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 13th of May. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some board and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to shoot trading signals. Right, okay, looking at Bitcoin, I did a post yesterday, so have a look at that if you haven't read it already. On the daily chart, we have still got, hang on, a daily RSI 5 sell signal fixed, and I'm still leaning towards that making target. We've got, we're holding resistance up in the 105 area at the moment. We have a very nice looking rising wedge. The next obvious target within the wedge is the wedge support, which is currently in about the 98,000 area, and I'm leaning towards it making that. So we could see a break up, but I have to say it's a very nice wedge, and we've got another very nice wedge on Solana. So I've drawn in, if we do see a decent retracement here, I've drawn in a possible, because we've gone up to possible IHS necklines on Solana and Ethereum, we have possible IHS right shoulders forming, and I've drawn in some idealized trend lines for if this is a bear flag heading to the low, if this is an IHS forming heading to ideally the 125 area, and then going back up. But I have to say, overall, this has got a much more bullish lean than equities, but in the short term, I'm leaning towards seeing some more retracement and the current highs holding. Will they hold? We shall see. I've not wild about the pattern setup here. So what I would say is we had a possible head and shoulders form yesterday break down and fail, but we do have an alternate possible head and shoulders here with a better right shoulder high closer to this 176.08 that could form and then break down with a target at about the 151 area. So I'm keeping an open mind on that one. If we look at Ethereum, well, we've made the 60-minute sell signal target on Solana, or at least we've made the possible near miss target. We almost made the possible near miss target on Ethereum. I'm looking at a similar setup there too. In terms of the head and shoulder setups, you've got this, hang on, wait a second. It looks very similar to the Solana one. So if we have a look, hang on, bear with me a moment. Again, we've got, right, again, we've got a possible, that was a nice looking double top. We don't really have the little head and shoulders on Ethereum here, but of course it may be rejecting from the double top. We'll see how that goes, but I'm wondering if it might deliver another high retest, though really I was expecting it to head down in the short term first. We will see. At the moment, we had a decent inflation out, and we are seeing a bit of a rally on ES, but we've got sell signals fixed on ES and NQ and YM, and really I'm expecting to see all of them retrace or consolidate here. We're not seeing much sign of that yet, but I'm still leaning towards seeing it. We've certainly got all the divergence for it, even if the inflation number came in stronger than I suspect anyone except Trump suspected. We shall see. All right, great. In that case, no questions. I think that's a wrap. Leaning towards the downside, might not see it, but we've got some nice looking setups suggesting that we go down, and we are holding all of the key resistance areas at the moment on Bitcoin, on Solana, and on Ethereum. And while that continues to be the case, the next obvious target, the next obvious thing to be doing here is be retracing for a few days. We'll see whether we get it. All right, brilliant. In that case, I think that's a wrap. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll see how it goes today.